Come on, let's say goodnight to your brother.
Night, Sam.
Good night, love.
Previously on Supernatural Season 1. The show begins with a childhood flashback of our two protagonist brothers, Sam and Dean Winchester. Things start to go bump in the night and Mama Winchester, aka Mary, goes to investigate. When she realizes that a demon is singing lullabies to baby Sam, she lets out a blood-curdling scream, and her husband John arrives just in time to see her go all disco inferno on the ceiling. Little Dean carries his brother to safety, and Dad follows them out just before things get really explosive. Cut to present day, and we're in Sam's college dorm. There's another bump in the night, but this time it's just Dean letting himself in through the window.
Oh, easy, Tiger.
Dean ropes Sam in to find their dad, who's recently gone missing on a hunting trip, which is monster hunting, by the way. It's clear that Sam is trying to put all that supernatural stuff behind him and lead that hashtag Joe College life, but he agrees to help his brother just for the weekend. Together, they head off to California to look for their dad, but get a little sidetracked by a ghostly woman in white. They promptly do some ghost busting, and then Sam returns to college, just in time to see his girlfriend Jess go all disco inferno on the ceiling as well. Realizing he was there just for the babes, Sam becomes a college dropout and joins his brother for a cross-country road trip, kicking monster ass and continuing the search for their dad.
You know, saving people, hunting things. The family business.
While slaying ghosts and ghouls, the brothers have a run-in with the cops a good couple of times. Luckily, however, Dean seems to have a way with the police. A few episodes later, the boys find themselves investigating a string of mysterious plane crashes, and Dean has to confront his darkest fear, flying. As they save the day 10,000 feet up in the air, one of the Mile High Club demons lets slip that he knows something about Jess's fiery death.
I know what happened to your girlfriend.
Which leaves Sam with a ton of questions. The next monster in their hunting sights is Bloody Mary herself. Dean has yet another misunderstanding with the police. What a rebel. Sam gets psychoanalyzed by Bloody Mary. Don't worry, I haven't said it 3 times. And this provides us with some foreshadowing about his psychic premonitions.
Those nightmares you've been having of Jessica dying, you had them for days before she died.
Dean snaps Sam out of his guilt spiral and saves the day by getting Mary to take a good hard look at herself in the mirror. The brothers continue their demon-slaying tour all around the Midwest, battling shapeshifters in Missouri, a creepy hook-handed man in Iowa, and then they do some regular old pest control in Oklahoma. Man, these two sure get around. As the season continues, Sam's visions return, and he starts having these spooky dreams about the current tenants of their childhood home. So obviously, the brothers decide to head down memory lane and investigate. They reconnect with longtime family friend and know-it-all Missouri Mosley. She offers to help, but actually isn't all that helpful at getting rid of the big bad poltergeist. And eventually, the ghost of Mama Winchester is forced to make a cameo and take out the spectral trash. Sam and Dean continue the hunt for their father, but it turns out he's been crashing on Missouri's couch this whole time. Missouri tries her hand at family counseling and attempts to persuade John to go speak to his boys, but he's got more important things to do. Missouri's words clearly struck a nerve though, and John ends up calling his sons. He reveals that Mary was in fact killed by a demon who he plans to take out once and for all. Instead of asking for help though, he orders the boys to run a little errand for him. Daddy's boy Dean is happy to do what John asks, but Sam is super triggered by the idea of following his dad's orders and runs off on his own to go and find John. Along the way, Sam makes a new friend called Meg. She seems nice. Dean, on the other hand, finds himself in way over his head, but luckily, Sam comes back just in time to stop his brother from becoming monster meat. The brothers have a little heart-to-heart and make up because, you know, #BroLove.
We're gonna do it together.
Hold me, Sam. That was beautiful. Come on.
Oh, yeah, and as for Meg, it turns out she's not so nice. She's actually an evil demon who's out to get the Winchesters. Sam is getting the hang of his psychic vision things, and the brothers use Sam's head as a compass to point them in the direction of their next adventure. The brothers make their way to Michigan to investigate a family that's recently had a string of mysterious deaths. It turns out to be a psychic kid named Max, who's using his telekinesis to kill off his abusive family. Awkward. Sam discovers that Max's mother also died in a suspicious nursery fire when he was 6 months old. Coincidence? I think not. Sadly, things don't end well for Max. The brothers get back to the family business of saving people and hunting things, and this time, humans are the real monsters. Also, Dean just can't stop stepping on the toes of the local police. In Chicago, Sam runs into Meg again while the brothers are tracking some ancient shadow monsters called Deva. It turns out Meg is pulling the strings from behind the scenes, and the whole shebang is just a trap to lure out both the brothers and John. Meg's plan flies out the window though, and the boys have a touching reunion with their father. The Deva crash that party, and the Winchesters escape again, but decide that splitting up might be the safest plan for now. Hopefully, that's the last we'll see of Meg. Oh, wait. Never mind. Next, the brothers head to Texas to bust an urban legend about a haunted house. On the case, they cross paths with Ed Zedmore and Harry Spengler, a paranormal investigating duo with a catchy motto of their own. WWBD.
What would Buffy do? Huh? What would Buffy do?
A few episodes later, the brothers read about the murder of another old family friend named Daniel Elkins. So they head down to Colorado to dig a little deeper into the cause of his death. Daddy Winchester pops in not only to mourn the death of his friend, but also to retrieve a magical gun that a coven of vampires stole from Elkins. The Colt, as it's lovingly referred to, is said to be capable of putting even the most powerful monsters to rest, giving John ideas about getting sweet, sweet revenge on the demon that killed his wife. After a kerfuffle with the vampires, John finally gets his hand on the Colt and tests it out on the head of the coven's leading figure. To his amazement, it works, and he lets Sam and Dean in on his plan to hunt the demon that killed their mom all those years ago. Before the Winchesters can concoct their revenge plan though, Meg returns and starts taking out John's friends in an attempt to blackmail him for the Colt. John devises a plan to hand over a fake Colt and sends the boys to rescue the demon's next target. Can you say character development? But the trade goes awry when Meg gets capped by the fake Colt and doesn't die. So John books it, but those demons are a proactive bunch and John is captured. Meanwhile, the brothers are busy with their stakeout when things start to go bump in the night all over again. The big bad has arrived, and you best know the mother is already on her way to the ceiling. It turns to face the brothers, and with this kind of film noir lighting in the background, he earns the nickname Yellow Eyes. Sam hesitates before taking a shot, so Yellow Eyes blows that popsicle stand, and the brothers call John to give him a heads up, but lo and behold, Meg answers. With John stuck in a sticky situation, the boys head to hunter extraordinaire and family friend Bobby Singer for a little bit of help. He informs them about these handy-dandy things called devil's traps. Why haven't they been using these all along? Meg ruins the party, but the gang flips the situation with the help of their new toy. See? Useful. They go down to Exorcism Town, and Human Meg drops a clue before promptly dying of natural causes. Windows, am I right? The boys rescue John from Sunrise Apartments and get the hell out of Dodge, escaping to a lovely cabin in the woods. Despite all of their plans falling apart, John is being weirdly supportive, which makes Dean a little suspicious.
You're not my dad.
Turns out the demon was inside him all along. I can relate. Yellow Eyes gets confrontational and lets slip that he was barbecuing Sam's loved ones because they were in the way of his plans for Sam and other kids like Sam, whatever that means. John wrestles for power over his body. You go, girl, giving Sam a moment to break free and get his hands on the Colt. John orders Sam to kill Yellow Eyes, which would inadvertently kill John too. However, as we've seen, Sam isn't super good at following orders and decides to miss the heart. Tired of all the family drama, Yellow Eyes smokes out of there and the family rushes to the hospital. They don't get very far, however, because that happens. And that's the road so far for Season 1 of Supernatural. We've mostly focused on Yellow Eyes throughout this recap, so we'd love to give a special shout out to the lesser evils of this season, beginning with the brothers' first kill, the woman in white, and swiftly moving on to the disgusting shapeshifter. Ugh. The Wendigo was a personal favorite of ours, and the Shatriga really capitalized on Dean's childhood trauma, giving us a good old dose of character development. And finally, this list would not be complete without mentioning the iconic Bloody Mary. Dang it! That's 3 times! Thanks for watching another episode of Previously On, where we get you back in the loop of all your favorite TV shows. Feel free to check out some of our other recaps and don't forget to like and subscribe.